A man I didn't expect a visit from appears before my very eyes.
Pardon the intrusion. Am I disturbing your reading hour?
I read for more than an hour, but no, you're not perturbing my existence.
I'm glad to hear that.
But I am concerned about why you are here.
I think you know more about this universe than anyone else here.
Do I? I think you're jumping to conclusions of a future that might not exist.
Being coy with me could almost prove your guilt.
Then what is it that you ask of me?
Do we really have a choice?
The classic debate between predeterminism and free will. It seems you might be feeling more regretful as of late.
I believe fate has a weird way of saying that the choices I make only benefit someone else.
Do you believe in God, Mr. Valentine?
Quite certainly.
Yet you ask me if you have a choice. If another entity knows of your decision before you make it, does that mean you have a choice at all?
Does knowing the future dictate the choices of another person?
It can, but the person must know that this entity is capable of this act, because then and only then does it stop being an illusion of free will.
Do I still have free will to choose what outcome I want, even when a deity knows but doesn't enact upon it?
I believe the entity would just want them to believe they do, so the person believes their decisions have intrinsic value to them, but that could be flawed. Besides, the point is the deity is in control of the decisions you're making, since their decision ultimately influences yours, especially if it's the one that created mankind. The better questions to be pondering are, does God have a choice, or does God know its own future?
Living has its logical quandaries.
But the real quandary here is asking me questions. You have died and risen. I believe you know the answers to those previous questions, but it seems that doubt is clouding your judgment.
An experiment to which the contents are beholden to me.
Then behold, for I am the creature that cheated death by not thinking about it. I lived a life before my exile into the vastness of space, and despite not having a choice to reemerge, I will make the choice to stay.
Your exiled fate could be considered worse than death.
Then I am the foremost authority on life.
Then are you taking the mantle of God?
You flatter me, Valentine, but if I can be taken out by a human, what kind of god does that make me?
A humbled one.
I'm not the only one.
Without a doubt, you certainly make conversations intriguing.
You're not atrocious for a human. I'm relatively pleased.
But that pleasure is temporary, for I must depart.
Did my assistance facilitate your journey to the truth?
Who said I was here for assistance? Good day to you, Kaz. I have matters that only I can attend to.
Pride cometh, man falleth. Such a foolish human quality, but who am I to judge? The one thing I've learned in my previous endeavors is that humans are not to be trifled with, but their literature does make for a good habitual experience.